is Sarah and I'm the Neverland Navigator. Today we're going to talk about ethical polyamory versus cheating, what is a polycule, and my story of how I discovered I was polyamorous. Keeping in the theme of Neverland, I gave my son a Neverland-inspired nursery. I'll give you a quick tour of that before we get started and show you a couple of videos of him being really cute this week. He's so cute. Okay, today's topic is ethical non-monogamy versus cheating. So, in traditional monogamous relationship, and monogamous means mono, which is one, gamy, which is the term for union, so one union, that is typically a closed relationship. It's what most people think of when they think of marriage, one individual with another individual, no outside partners. In those traditional relationships, there's an agreement that you have committed yourself to one individual for the rest of your life until that union dissolves. When you step outside of that particular relationship, whether for emotional reasons or for sexual reasons, that's called cheating. And cheating's bad. Nobody likes that feeling. You don't like it when people cheat at games or in other manners. So when you cheat on someone in a relationship, that is very hurtful. So we don't like cheating. So when people see polyamorous individuals, they automatically think that, you must be cheating on your partner or your spouse or whoever you're with. And that's not true, because polyamory, poly being many and amory being loves, means that you have many loves, and ethical polyamory is doing it in a way that you're keeping moral standards. So you're being honest, you're being loyal, you're being truthful, you are sharing all those good quality virtues. So this is where a couple or a set of partners speaks to one another and says, I want to have more than one relationship. And I want you to be okay with it. I want you to give me permission to do so and consent to do so, fully agreeing with what my actions are going to be, because what's important to me is our relationship, and nothing that I do outside of our relationship should deter or degrade what we have. So that's ethical polyamory. It is possible to be polyamorous and still cheat on your partner. That is when you choose to engage in activities, emotional or sexual, that does not have consent, does not have the permission and the blessing of your partner or partners. And that hurts just as much as if you were in a monogamous relationship. Especially since there's an agreement, there's a method to have more relationships, and you still decide that you have to do this without consent, without permission of your other partners. So that's very hurtful. Other types of unethical polyamory or monogamy is when you say, yes, I will let you have more than one partner, but deep inside you're thinking, wow, that really hurts, or I don't want them to do that, or I have something wrong inside that I don't like the fact that they're going to do this, but I'm going to tell them, yes, I'm okay with it, because that's what they want to hear and not what I really feel inside. That's not practicing ethical polyamory or ethical non-monogamy. That is lying to yourself, telling yourself something that you really don't believe in, and it's also lying to your partner. In the end, nothing good is going to come of that. If you continue to let your partner do things that you're not comfortable with, all it's going to do is cause contention and anger, and it's going to lead to resentment, and eventually that relationship is going to have its foundation fall. So communication is very, very important. There's going to be a whole nother video on that. And if I'm throwing some terms out that you're not catching, you're like, Sarah, whoa, slow down, I don't know what these words mean. It's okay. I'm going to do another video on that, and I'll go through a whole glossary of things so that you are up to speed with me on all the terminology that I'm using. So that's the difference between ethical polyamory, doing things when all partners involved are aware of all activities, whatever those activities might be, and they consent and give you the blessing, versus cheating, no matter what kind of relationship you're in, whether it's monogamous, polyamorous, open, whatever it is, when you step outside of that relationship and outside of the rules of that relationship and find another intimate partner in some way, that's cheating. This is bad. This is good. So when we talk about relationships, there's a lot of different ways that these relationships may look. You can have the term for a polyamorous relationship, whatever shape it looks like, is a polycule, kind of like a molecule, only a polycule. Or some people call it constellation, web, net, cluster, whatever, family, whatever term works for them, but most often in the polyamorous community, we call it a polycule. And that's because they come in all different shapes and sizes. A couple weeks ago, I was trying to explain my polyamorous relationship to someone, and one of my friends said, Sarah, you need a map or a graph or something. And I was like, oh, I really do. So I went and I grabbed some pencils and I drew out my family for them. They're like, that's complicated. So I drew some pictures for you guys. So in a traditional monogamous one person with another person relationship, you're going to have something called a dyad. Di meaning two. So you'll have one person with another person. Traditional monogamous relationship. Even polyamorous people can end up in a relationship like this if they don't have any extra partners. You do not have to have multiple partners to be polyamorous. That just means that you are in waiting, or you found somebody who fulfills all of your desires at this particular time. That's awesome. It doesn't invalidate your monogamy or your polyamory. It doesn't invalidate you. So the next one, when you add a third member to your polycule, to your family, to your relationships, it can come in a bunch of different shapes. So you can do like a V, where this person is in a relationship with this individual and with this individual, but these two are not in a relationship with each other. We have something like a triad or a triangle. Well, person number one is in a relationship with this person, and this person's also in a relationship with this person and this person. It's a big happy triangle. That's always a lot of fun. You can have something like a quad, and quads come in different shapes and sizes too. So you can have like a square. So this person is dating two people. This person is dating two people. This person is dating two people, and this person's dating two people, but this person is not dating this person, and this person is not dating this person. So everybody has only two partners, but you're all dating one another's partner. You can have something like this. which is similar to what I have. You can have a triad, or these three people are dating each other and in a relationship together, and then this person has another relationship who's not involved with these two. So 2 relationships, 2 relationships, 3 relationships, 1 relationship. You can have this fun little thing where everybody's involved with everyone. So 3 relationships, 3 relationships, 3 relationships, and 3 relationships. And the more and more people that you add, the more complicated it's going to get, and the bigger your polycule will be. So I'll show you one of mine. So this is my polycule. And in the center is me. So that's me. This is my husband. He's monogamous with me. He has no interest in being with anyone else. He's just with me. So that's my husband. This is my boyfriend, Eric, and my girlfriend, Susie. They're in a relationship together, but they're also both in relationships with me. So we have a triad there, plus my husband. This is my girlfriend, Rachel, and she's in a relationship with me, but she's not in a relationship with my husband or Eric or Susie. But she is in a relationship with her fiance, who we'll just call G. She's in a relationship with him. She's also in a relationship with somebody we'll call S, who's not necessarily connected to any of us down here, but she also is dating someone we will call C. So Rachel is dating me, G, S. In addition to dating Rachel and C, also is married to J. And then this circle here indicates my poly family. Our poly family, you'll see, includes almost everyone except for S's husband, J. He's not in our poly family. And there is this individual over here who's not connected to anybody, to anyone, but he is also in our poly family, and very much so a part of our whole group, our tribe. So, like I said, polycules can come in all different shapes and sizes. Whatever your relationship looks like to you, that's awesome. No one relationship style is better than another. What's important is that everybody in that cluster, that constellation, that network, the web, whatever it is, or the dyad, what's important is that everyone in that relationship is happy and growing and doing well in a positive manner, whatever it may look like, and that it's done ethically without any deceit, lies, and whatnot. So the last portion of this video, I want to talk about how I came to be polyamorous. When I was really young, far too young to be dating, I was in a relationship with someone who was older than me, and while I really valued him, I never seemed to have the ability to just be with one individual. There was always felt like, oh, this is really great, but I feel like there's something great out there as well. And so I was a cheater. I was a cheater before I should have been dating. I was certainly not mature enough to be doing anything like that, to be involved romantically so deeply with another individual. I should have been doing other things, but that's neither here nor there. So I started off cheating, and I felt horrible about myself. I thought, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just commit myself to this person? Don't I love him enough? Why am I such a horrible person? And it went on and on for a while. And it wasn't until I moved away and I met someone else who was interested in dating other people that he gave me the terminology that I know today. He said, oh, you're polyamorous. You're interested in more than one people. And I said, what? There's a word for that? And it's not cheater or some other slur that I don't want to say on YouTube? Because I was fully degrading myself, thinking that I was some horrible individual and using some words that were not positive. And he said, yeah, you know, you're polyamorous. That means many loves. It means you want to be in a relationship with more than one person, and that's okay. And I was like, what? There aren't people like that out there. There are not people like me. You know, that we're just cheaters. We're just, you know, non-committal, afraid of, you know, settling down, or we always want what's green on the other side, and, you know, all that derogatory terms. And he said, no, you're not weird, you're not crazy, I'm polyamorous too. So then he opened my eyes to this whole community of people who were like me. And I thought, wow, that's kind of cool. That's kind of crazy. I didn't know that there was a term for what I was feeling. And that's really validating. It's really validating when you find out that you're not the crazy only person in the world who thinks this way. So I found that was really, really cool. At that point, I had already been married in a monogamous relationship that didn't turn out well, and we dissolved that quickly. And I was a very sassy young woman, and I decided that I was going to write this very long, like, specific list of what I wanted in a man, because there was no way that I was going to settle for less anymore. I had been lying to myself my, you know, entire time growing up, trying to mold myself into what society said. Society said I need to be a heterosexual, monogamous, conservative individual, and there is nothing about me that is heterosexual, monogamous, or conservative. Nothing. So I kept trying to take this, you know, this block and stick it into this, you know, to the circle, and it just wasn't working. These puzzle pieces didn't fit. So I finally embraced, which I love this t-shirt, by the way. It says, be confident, be inspired, be yourself. Oh my gosh, I love this t-shirt. So, I finally embraced myself, and I said, I am going to be me. 100%. Genuine me. And you know what? Anyone who doesn't like that, alright. Because I'm done lying. I'm done lying to other people about who I am. I'm done lying to myself about who I am. Because all that does is make me feel like crap. It makes me depressed, and it makes me feel like crap when I try to be someone who's not me. So, I only have one life. Why am I going to live by someone else's rules? I should live by the rules that makes me happy. So I said, I'm moving to Florida, and I'm gonna go work for Mickey Mouse, which I did, and I'm gonna be a 100% genuine person. And holy cow, that was awesome. That was the best decision of my life. It was hard. It was a hard decision. I moved away with a suitcase full of clothes, and $200 in my pocket. And about 4 or 5 months later, my parents drove my car down to me, and that was it. I'm on my own, and I am going to be genuine. So, that's a long story of my young adulthood. And I dabbled with some, you know, short relationships here or there, and I eventually settled into a couple polyamorous relationships that didn't work well, and then some that worked really well. So now I find myself in this, in the family, in the relationships that I'm in now, with my triad, my husband, and my girlfriend, and then the rest of our constellation, and it feels good. inside, because this is where I need to be. And this is what is comfortable for me. So, I know that I'm being true to myself. I know that I'm being honest to my partners when I say, I love you, but you don't provide for me something that I need and that's missing, and I want your permission to find that puzzle piece in someone else. It's not because you don't fulfill me, but it's because someone else can provide another aspect for me, another color of the rainbow. I spoke about that at a little meeting that we had a couple weeks ago about polyamory. The reason why I choose to have multiple partners is because someone might provide one color or one thing that I'm looking for. Now, if you found someone who creates your whole rainbow and they just complete you in ways that you can't even imagine, and all this is wrapped up into one person, awesome. That is kudos on you. I am a complicated person. I have not been able to find that. But I have found multiple people who, when I put them all together, create this beautiful, rainbow for me. So if we take this as an example, my husband is this wonderful red-orange, like, he is my stability. And then Eric provides something different for me that my husband can't, and doesn't have an interest. And so Eric gives me this, like, beautiful golden sunshiny happiness. And then, Susie gives me this, like, super beautiful growth green in my life. And Rachel gives me these, like, blue, purple, happy, like, cool feelings inside. And all of them together make this beautiful rainbow. Beautiful. Now, if I only had my husband and the only color I had in my life was red and orange, it would be awesome. It would be happy. It would be bright. But I'd be missing out on the rest of this. And so because he's okay and I'm stable enough in my relationship with him, and we have consented to it, I've gone out and I've sought those other things. My husband, he has found his whole rainbow in me. He's like, you know what? You are so much vibrant. I don't need anything else or anyone else. You're good. I'm like, awesome. But just don't feel like if you are in this, like, wonderful committed relationship and you're like, wow, this person's awesome, but I need something else too. That doesn't make you a horrible person. That just means that you might want to try polyamory. But talk to your partner first. If you are in a committed relationship and you want to try polyamory, talk to your partner first. Because there's nothing worse than just going out and cheating on your partner and then be like, oh, that didn't work out. Let me go back to who I was committed to, and then find that has all crumbled and now you have nobody. So make sure you talk to your partner. Okay, I have rambled for, I don't know, like 20-30 minutes. So if you have any questions for me, please put them down below. I'd be happy to answer your questions. If you have any comments or stuff down below in the comment section, and always make sure you like and subscribe so you can get more of my videos. I'd be happy to hear from you. I'll answer you as best as I possibly can. If I don't have the answer, I will find someone who can answer your question for you. So thanks for coming on this adventure, guys, and I'll see you second star to the right, straight on till morning.